Hello, JP.
Hello, TY. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing today?
Bless God, I'm doing fine as well. Thank
Good,
you.
good. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, today on Across the Waters, we are going to be talking about Nigeria versus America. Who has the stronger family values? So, would you like to start out or would you like me to start out?
Yeah, you can start up.
Okay. Okay. So, as we know, family is like the foundation of society, no matter where you live. But what does family really look like? And that's what we're going to talk briefly about. So, who has the stronger family values? Well, I think in America or in the States that at one point in time there was stronger family values than what we see currently. And the reason why I say that is because, for one, there is a lack of two home families. The divorce rate is just really um, is just so high, and there is a lot of single parent homes. And so when you fracture the family unit, then it really breaks down strong family values that you can pass on to your to your in your family, because already it's kind of fractured. Now, I know there are homes that are single parent because of like a widow or something like of that nature. That's different. But when it's of divorce, in that way, it can really be devastating to a family, especially if they don't have support, if they don't have others that come alongside them. So, what you see is a cycle of repeated singlehoodness, where it's like you have children that are growing up and they think being without a mom and dad is normal, or it's okay, or my mom did it, or my mom was my mom and dad, or you don't really see a lot of children. If there's children involved, you don't really see single dads raising the children. It's mostly over here in the States, it's mostly the woman. So there was a point in time when family values were stronger within, and I'm talking kind of specifically to the people of color community. Now, it could be the same, I'm sure, in other ethnicities, but I'm talking about those who are of color, that ethnicity. So that's what I'll say so far. Over to you, JP.
And
I don't
you said it all.
hear you.
Um, single single parenting is is something that we need to look at. You know, single parenting is something that is not something that we should be boast of in this society, and is a cancer. Is like a cancer to our society. Many child growing up and thinking it is normal to be a single parent, which is not a good thing in our society. And it's becoming norms in our society. and people are embracing single parenting, but we are not looking at the children and looking at the side effects on their own part. So to me, I would say what you said is right about, single parenting. You've made it all clear.
Okay. Okay. So what would you say, what can Nigerians and Americans learn from one another when it comes to building strong families?
Well, I think Nigerians should learn freedom of speech. Nigerians should learn um, children freedom from America, because you in Nigeria, there are so many children that are raised in fear. They are raised in um too much of discipline. Yeah, I'm not saying discipline is not good. So for Nigeria needs to learn children freedom from America. The children needs to be able to speak for themselves and be able to confront things instead of holding things back because they have been fearful of their parent. I think there has to be a limit of there has to be a balance between disciplining a child and giving a child ability to express themselves. So, on the other hand, America needs to learn from Nigeria how to parent children, like how to discipline child, and not just giving child everything they need, and not holding back when it comes to, um, you know, raising a child. Thank you. That's all I have to say about regarding that.
Okay, I think that's I wow. I think culturally it in some ways it is kind of similar how holding like your elders and parents in high regard, like yes ma'am, uh yes sir, no sir, those type of things. I know I grew up with that, and I actually grew up in a neighborhood that was a community of family. Like my uncle lived next door to us. Then my other uncle, he lived up, well, how we described it, up the street, meaning he lived, he lived in a neighborhood, but it was it was up the street. And then I had cousins who lived down another way. So it was really a unique neighborhood because it was almost like a bunch of people got together who were related and decided we're going to live in the same neighborhood. And then we had a community church that I grew up in. And so it really was a unique type of neighborhood. And so that actually helped, in my opinion, strengthen the bonds. But with the newer generation of the kids, now it's like a lot of the older people have deceased, and it's just different. When I went back home to visit, it's just different. So I will pose two questions, and then I want to also say those who will watch this video later to please comment. You also can leave your thoughts as well. We want to engage with you also. So one of them is, let's see, do you? No, we already answered that one. What family traditions do you want to pass on to the next generation? Well, that'll be a question for those who watch the video later. And what does a strong family look like to you? So that one I want to pose. What do you, JP, what does a strong family look like to you?
Um, a strong family, to me, I would say it looks like a golden trophy. It's like winning a golden trophy, which is not easy to have. A strong family culture is when a child, the father, the mother, they are unite, the children are rooted in God's way, in godly way, and in their academics, they are excellent. They learn moral values, they respect elder ones, and they're not fearful in terms of speaking for themselves. They are courageous and they are well mannered and well cultured and never despise from what their father and their mother teach them in the way in how to live life. So, and the father, the children, the mother, they are all living in oneness and in truthful and in unity. That is a real gold, is a real gem that you can see into this world. So to me, a strong family, culture means a golden trophy, just like I said.
Thank you. Thank you for that. For me, what does a strong family look like? Well, a mom, a dad, and a mom, and community. So, a dad and a mom in the home raising the children together. Sometimes it might be a stepdad. It may be, there is another type of male figure in the home, or vice versa. Because if it's just a male, the other way around, also. I think that having both genders in the home, it took both genders to create the children. So why do people think it doesn't take both genders to raise them? And so having both genders in the home and what they do, it brings a balance. When there's not that in the home, it disrupts things. And and like I mentioned, it can be very a hard blow to the family. Everything is just off whack. The woman is carrying more responsibility with no help, and vice versa, how if it's the man. And so though we're not talking about divorce or anything of that nature, we are talking about the family bond, and we're talking about what helps also make it stronger. And so an intact family plays a role in making it stronger, because the woman cannot do it all, and she's going to be broken down when she's put in that position. And same way with the man. A man may not be broken down physically, but there's just things that will hurt if he's trying to go at it alone. So this topic, we may come back around to it on another one. And if people leave comments and want us to go a little deeper, we will. But until next time, that is where we will land it. And JP, do you have anything else you would like to add?
No, thank you. Thank you. No, but I just want to say thanks to everyone for watching our videos, and please kindly like, comment, like TY said, and subscribe and share to your loved ones. Thanks for following this channel. We appreciate that.
Yes, I echo that as well. Until next time, please like, follow, share, and subscribe. Bye. God bless.